All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breathwork class. My name is Brian and I'm delighted to be with you here this morning. Today's class is going to be an exploration of, we're going to do a couple of stretching and warm-up postures, work a little sun salutation warm-up, and then we'll do some really powerful breath work today. Today is a breath work day. And so I encourage you to if anything, use your clear your passageways for your support. But please have all of your supports available, blocks and straps and blankets and bolsters and eye shades and anything that'll help you and support you in your practice. Maybe on a chair today. Today's practice can be done in a chair, um, however you need to be. Sure that all that is available to you as you begin to prepare for your class here. And then we will land, ground, raise gratitude, and set intention. And then we'll move right into some stretching, warm up, standing, and then come into the postures. We'll do a few postures to get the body warm. And then it's really vigorous breath practice that we're going to practice for today. So, all right. Take a moment here to find your supports, your initial supports. Feel into whatever part of your body is in contact with something, the floor, the chair, the seat, the wall, the cushion. Wherever you're touching, whatever part of your body is touching something, feel into that physical sensation of connection. And bring your awareness to that physical sensation of connection as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And then imagining you could extend yourself into those supports as if you could energetically ground into those supports. Rooting down, I invite you to lengthen through the side body, through the spine, and through the crown. Tuck your chin, shake your head, find that release at the back of the neck, and feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then holding your spine elongated and aligned, turn your awareness to your breath. I invite you to begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following your inhalation into your body, wherever it may go in your body. Following your exhalation all the way out, emptying completely, letting go and releasing all that is no longer needed. And then continuing to breathe in and out through the nostrils, hold your awareness on the breath and allow everything else to slip away. Just sitting and breathing. And knowing that you're breathing. On your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And turning your awareness to your heart space, I invite you to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful today. Maybe for you today, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see it clearly in your mind's eye and to anchor that gratitude there in your heart space and hold it there at least for the duration of your practice. And then finally this morning, before we begin, if you choose to, I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale and or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention might be, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to allow your chin to drop gently towards your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo Namaste. Then release the hands, lift the chin, level the lengthen and elongate the spine. Take a full inhale and a complete exhale. And then let's come standing and come right to our stretching portion, begin to move. So find yourself on your mat in a standing posture. We're going to open the body just a little bit here, some little light stretching here. So feet underneath the hips. Find your balance on your feet. So rock a little back and forth, heels to toes, maybe pick up your toes, feel the weight in the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, the inside and outside of the heel of the foot. Then place the toes back down, enhancing your support. Soften the ankles, soften the knees, firm the hips and waist, lengthen. Out of the waist, out of the side body, out of the crown. Roll the shoulders up and down and let the palms fall forward. Fingertips extend, lengthen through the crown. Now, imagine you could pull your heels toward each other. You're not moving them, but you're just feeling as if you are moving the heels inward toward each other. So you can feel that, maybe feel a little engagement up through the inside of the legs and inside of the thighs and into the groin. Lengthening through the crown and out of the side body. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Press the palms together. Maybe interlace the fingers. Let the index fingers extend long. Cross the thumbs if you like. Bring the biceps toward the ears. Maybe take the thumbs slightly toward the wall behind you. Lengthen. Feel that length. Inhale here. Exhale, lean gently to your left. Let that right hip bump stay long out of both legs. The tendency of that right knee to collapse. Keep the legs extended. Light, slight micro bend, but pressing into the heels and the ball of the foot, feeling that length in the right side body. And then when you find the place where your body stops, just naturally, just be there. And then if you like, inhale there, get long out of both arms. And then exhale, maybe there's a little more space, maybe not. No forcing, no extra efforting. Just allowing the body to open here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Get long, thumbs towards the wall behind you, biceps frame the ear. Exhale, lean gently to the right. And again, your body will go where it goes. Now, in all of our postures today, in all of our work today, and in our breath work especially, you are in the privacy of your own space. You are doing your practice. Everything I do over here is an offer, a suggestion, an invitation. The only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is optional. As you move through your options, listen to the wisdom of your own body. Inhale here, get long out of both arms. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center, get long. Thumbs towards the wall behind you. Perhaps a little lift out of the waist, perhaps a little back bend, very gentle. Maybe roll the eyes up. Maybe lift the chin a little bit. Maybe extend through the fingertip a little bit. Just find where your body allows you to go. Now, in all of your options, in all of your postures, be sure to incorporate your supports. Use your blocks, your straps, your bolsters, your blankets, your eye shades, whatever you have, to make sure that you're supporting yourself in that posture. We find the posture and we make the micro adjustments to find ourselves calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within your own body. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe a little extra space. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders up and down, release the arms. Shake that out a little bit. All right. Okay. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Move to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer as you hinge at the hips and fold forward, releasing the head, releasing the hands. Take a moment here to breathe into this forward fold. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Feel the extension as you rock a little bit of weight into the heels. Notice the tendency to lean forward because the weight is in front of you. And then balance the weight in the heel and the ball of the foot. Lift out of the hips. Lengthen through the crown. Maybe grab your opposite elbows and let a little bracing help you here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here, switch to the cross of your elbow. If you're holding your elbow, switch the arms. Exhale. Inhale here, lift the hips, press through the heels, release the hands. Exhale, release the head. Forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Bracing, place the hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Breathe behind the heart, lengthen through the crown, press back through the hips. Feel the length. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, release the head, release the hands. Inhale, bend the knees so you're rooting into the feet, and then rise, roll up one vertebrae at a time, gathering as you go. Shoulders come up and down, the arms go high. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. Take a breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, brace on the shins if you like, flat back. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath, center and believe. Side out. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Step the left foot back to join it. Drop the knees to the mat underneath the hips. Pull the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're in our tabletop posture here. Hips over the knees. Press into the fingertip and the heel of the palm. Lengthen through the crown. Press back through the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine. Lift the crown, bring the heart forward. As you exhale, round the spine, roll the hips under, drop the chin toward the chest. Continue your pace, your rhythm. Inhaling, arching and lifting. Exhaling, rounding and releasing. Couple more. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then exhale, just look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, bring the head back to neutral. Extend through the crown. Push back through the hips. Get long. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Inhale. Get long. Bring your head back to center. Press through the hips. Press to the left. Roll over the ball of the right foot and lift the right knee. Press back through the right heel. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale here. Exhale. Feel that length in the leg. Inhale. Lift the right heel level with the hips. Press through the toes. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, if you like, take the left arm forward, bicep frames the ear. Extend through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arch the spine a little bit, maybe lift the leg a little bit, maybe not. Exhale, bring that knee and that hand back underneath the shoulder, under the hip and shoulder respectively. Roll over the ball of the left foot, press back through the left heel. Breathe in, get long through the crown. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left heel level with the hips, press the toes. Get long. Exhale. Inhale, take the right arm forward, bicep frames the ear. Lengthen through the fingertips. Inhale, maybe arch the spine, maybe lift the leg, maybe not. Exhale, bring that hand and that knee back underneath the body. Okay. Press the hips back toward the heels. Find this extended child's pose. Walk your fingertips out, release your forehead toward the mat. Breathe here. This is your wisdom pose, extended wisdom pose. Feel into the wisdom of this posture. You may want to move your thighs out towards the so that the torso can fall between the thighs, or you might want to have your knees closer together, leaning the torso over the thighs. Breathe here. Full inhale. Walk your fingers a little further. Feel that length in the underside of the arm. And then press into the heel of the palm. Maybe even lift the fingertips. And then press the fingertips back down. Find that support. Inhale. Bring the knees over the hip. Bring the hips over the knees. Sorry. Coming back into your tabletop. And then we're just going to move forward a little bit. Hinge forward into a modified plank. Drop the hips forward. Press into the fingertips. Lift the shoulders. Lift the crown. Breathe here. Full inhale. It's a modified up dog or supported up dog posture. Exhale here. Inhale. Come back to your tabletop. Exhale. Press back. Extended child's pose. Inhale. Tabletop. Exhale, come forward into that modified plank or modified up dog. Inhale, move with your breath. Back to table, exhale. Extended child's. Inhale, table. Exhale, modified plank. One more time. Inhale, table. Exhale. Back to child's. Inhale, table. Exhale, modified plank. Inhale. Table, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, curl the toes and press into the ball of the feet, and then press into the heel on the inhale. Continue to press into the fingertips, maybe lift the knees off the mat. You'll feel that little lift. Continue to lift the hips. You're lifting the hips. Knees stay bent, the hips lift, the crown drops toward the mat, the chest and stomach moves back toward the thighs. Hips go high and then toward the wall behind you. Heels drop toward the mat. This is your downward dog. Take a moment here to establish yourself. Check into your balance. Make your micro adjustments. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, bend one knee, press back to the opposite heel, lift the hips, release the hand. Feel that length in the back of that leg. On your next inhale, switch. Bend the opposite knee, press back through that opposite heel, lengthen through the crown and the back of that leg. Breathe. On your next inhale, bend both knees, lift the hips, press the chest and stomach back, and then let the heels drop. Downward dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Bring the left foot forward to join it. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands to prayer at the chest. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Left foot back to a lunge. Right foot back to join it. Inhale to a plank. Make your adjustments with your hands and feet so you're balanced here. Exhale, press back, down facing dog. Now we're going to do that movement we did from table, only we're going to do it from here. So inhale to plank, get long. Exhale, roll the hips down and forward, come into your up dog. Releasing the feet so that the tops of the toes now pressing into the mat. Inhale, come back to plank, curl the toes, press through the heels, lengthen through the hand. Now the tendency here is to lift the hips, so remember, plank. Flat line energy from the crown to the heels, down the shoulders and over the hips. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Now, if you want to bring your knees down for support and just work the process like we did before between child's pose and modified up dog, do that. All right, inhale, plank. Exhale, upward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down facing dog. We're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, plank. Exhale, upward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, upward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees, press your hips back to your heels. Release your hands back by your feet. Come into a full wisdom pose, full child's pose. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On the inhale, the arms go long. On the exhale, we curl the toes, lift the hips, and press back into a downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. Take a breath, full inhale. Check your gratitude, check your intention. Let's move into a sun salutation. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Right foot back to a lunge, left foot back to joining. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or reverse push-up. Inhale, rise up, cobra, or up dog if you're prepared. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up the plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands to prayer and take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Left foot back to a lunge. Right foot joins it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands to the chair, to the chest. Take a breath. Full inhale. Now you can continue that version of sun salutation, or if you like, we could take out the extra movement on the chaturanga piece. So inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet. Right foot back, left foot back, and lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower and press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gather as you go. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath in your mountain. And sigh it out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Left foot back, right foot joins it and lower. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, lower down and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer at the chest. Take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Woo. All right. Take a moment here. Make your way back to a supported seated posture. Maybe you have a chair. You can do this practice in a chair. Feet underneath the knees, hip distance apart. Or you can sit cross-legged. We're going to do some breath work here. So take a moment to clear your passageways and have yourself able to breathe freely. Always critical. All right. All right. Now, we're going to work with our breath to bring some energy to the center of our being here. So this work is engaging, activating, and energizing the heart and the navel and the throat, core of our being. So as always with breath work, the tendency is to get over-engaged. And remember, we don't do that. We are working to be calm, calm, steady, focused on our breath, and moving within our own body. So if you feel like you're losing your rhythm and your support, then you stop and you reestablish yourself in your supports, because support precedes action. Always we're in our supports. And then you rejoin where you are. So if there's going to be some arm positioning and arm movement, if the arm positioning or the arm movement is throwing you off from your breath, stop with the arm movement. Focus on the breath. Be in the breath. With the exception of any arm movement, the body is very still. The focus or the awareness is on the breath, whether it's in the nostrils or in the mouth. We'll do some both, but your awareness is on your breath. And the focus is at the brow point if your eyes are closed, or if you're just narrowing your gaze, just narrow your gaze to something not moving beyond the tip of your nose. All right, we're going to do several different breaths here, several different positions. Ultimately, all we're doing is energizing our core, the connection between our navel, our heart, and our throat. All right, let's find your supported postures. Let's root in, let's lengthen through the spine. Now, we're going to be doing this first breath as a breath of fire and an activating breath, utilizing the diaphragm, unless you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle. If you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please just do long, deep yogic breathing, full inhale, complete exhale. Otherwise, if you choose to, you use the diaphragm, pump the diaphragm, pulling it down and back on the exhale, releasing it out and up on the inhale. And again, you'll find your rhythm, your pace. So we're seated, cross-legged, or in a chair, feet underneath the knees, hip distance apart. Spine is long. Grateful heart is open. The intentional heart is settled and prepared. The arms are going to be up, and the movement is simply a reverse circle, like this. This is the arm movement, breath of fire, and we put those two together. Now, when you're doing these arm movements with breath of fire, it feels sometimes like trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. It can be confusing. Awareness is on the breath. All right, let's move into this. So let's take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale to prepare. And exhale. Begin your version of breath of fire while circling the arms. So now your rhythm and my rhythm will be different. So your task is to find your rhythm. Your pace, your breath. your practice. Go within. Your awareness is on the breath, and your focus is at the brow point if your eyes are closed, or on the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed. And just breathe. One more minute. Don't overthink it, just go with it. Notice where your experience is. Notice what's happening for you. Can you be calm, steady, focused on your breath, and moving within your own body while doing some challenging work? This is how we build resilience. We bring our tools to play to regulate our mind states. Take a full inhale, extend the arms, press the palms. Lift at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bone, at the heart. Now, even though the arms are lifted, relax the shoulders, tuck the chin. Bring everything to the center of your being. Be very still. And as you are ready, exhale, gently bring the hands down to the knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Take a breath. Sigh it out. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Notice your shifts. What's happened for you? Okay. All right. This next one, the thumbs will go inside, the forefingers will wrap around them. So we're wrapping the fists around the thumbs. And we're going to circle the arms. This little used to dance soul, you know this movement. The old Temptations movement, we call it. Now, while we're doing that, if you like, you can begin to rock the hips from hip to hip, laterally. So we're laterally rocking on the hips while circling. And then we're going to add the breath, obviously. So we actually should start with the breath, and then we'll add the hands and add the rocking. So keep it in mind, all right? So the breath is, again, breath of fire, unless you're going to just do yogic breathing. And we're just moving. Now, if you're like me, you start to bump your fist, you start to get all confused. Just breathe. Stop, come back to the breath, focus on the breath, breathe in. Let's take a cleansing breath. Sigh it out. Inhale to prepare. And begin. Now, again, at any time, if you find yourself getting lost in the movements, come back to the breath. It's mainly about the breath. The focus is on the breath. So if you're not circling the hands, if you're not rocking hip to hip, but you're breathing with a mindful awareness on your breath, then you are fine. The rest is just details. Again, your rhythm, your pace. Some people find it easier to begin to make the breath work with the rocking. So some people like to get a little faster. You just find your own pace. It's your practice. Play with it. Have fun with it. Feel into what's happening for you. What are you experiencing in this? What can you find in this particular? Check in with your gratitude, check in with your intention, see how you're holding up with that. 10 more seconds. Inhale here. Come back to neutral. Lengthen through the spine. Lift at the base of the spine, the pelvic bowl of the heart. Press the palms together, or not the palms, the fists together. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin. Bring everything to the center of your being. Be calm, be still. And exhale, release the hands to the knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger together. Lengthen the spine, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Let's come back standing for our next couple of breaths. Oh. All right. All right. So take the feet out slightly wider than the hips, maybe even slightly wider than the shoulders. If you like, you can turn your toes out and bring your heels in. So just modified goddess posture here. So as if you're riding your horse, right? So find the posture that's supportive for you. So, but that wide base, bend the knees slightly to feel yourself grounding and rooting in. Wherever you are, the movement is simply, the arms will be outstretched on the inhale. We'll pull the elbows back toward the side of the ribs, inhaling through the nostrils and making a fist. On the exhale, we'll release the hands forward, opening the hands, fingertips forward, breathing out through the mouth. So a cannon breath, if you will, or explosive breath through the rounded mouth. So we'll look and feel like that. Find your posture, find your rhythm, find your pace. Establish yourself in this breath. Hands extended, take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, elbows back toward the ribs, fists. Exhale, blow it out. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Your practice. Feel the engagement through the core. Feel yourself rooted firmly into the earth. Feel that energy flow between the navel and the heart and the throat. 20 more seconds. Inhale here. Gently retain this breath. Lift at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin. Bring everything to the center of your being. Be very still. And exhale. Straighten the legs. Turn your toes and bring your feet underneath your hips. Relax your shoulders. Let everything just settle. Be very still here. Yeah, one more. In this standing posture. Take a breath here. Release it. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. All right. Once again, wide-legged posture. Find your form. Maybe you turn the heels in, toes out, maybe not. A little bit of grounding to feel into this. Now the movement here, you're going to interlace the fingers and you're going to cross the thumb over the opposite thumb. The inhale, the arms will go high, the biceps will frame the ears. The exhale, we're going to chop, bringing the arms back low. The breath is in and out through the nostrils. So, again, you're just going to feel into what's appropriate for you. This vigorous opportunity here to sort of chop away at anything that's been frustrating you, that's been holding you back, that's been keeping you from feeling into the full freedom and full freeness of your own being. All right, let's take a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. And begin. Inhale. Exhale. Now again, you find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. You find the level of vigor, the level of attention, the level of intensity you want to bring to this. But remember that although we're in a posture, the body is still. The awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. And your focus is at the brow point or at the tip of the nose. And you're just breathing. Cut away anything that you've been holding that no longer serves you. Cut away anything that's been holding you back from being your true self. Cut away any emotional entanglements that you have been draining you and keeping you from being fully present and fully alive in the moment. Feel into that release. Inhale up. Again, gently lift at the base of the spine, pelvic bowl, and the heart. Even though the arms are up, you can relax the shoulders, tuck the chin, bring everything to the center of your being. And exhale, straighten the legs. Bring the feet underneath. Let the arms extend. Allow everything to settle here. Feel that energetic flow. You might feel very energized. So settle into a grounding breath. Feel the support of your feet beneath you. Feel the release of your shoulders and the extension of the fingers. Feel the lifting of the heart. Feel the clarity of the connection between the navel, the heart, and the throat. Breathe here. Allow the breath to come and go. Allow everything to settle. Notice. Maybe you feel a little clearer, maybe not. Just notice what you feel in this practice. Oh. All right. Let's take an inhale here. And an exhale here. Let's breathe in. And let's breathe out. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. All right, come back seated for our last breath for today. Okay, yeah. All right. So finding your seat, finding your supports in your seat, rooting down and lengthening. All right. All right. So we're going to do. All right. Now, the breath is in through the mouth and out through the nose. Okay. The arms are up. So try to bring your hands so that your elbows are at shoulder height, palms facing forward. Now, for a lot of us, what will happen as we go through this, the arms will begin to drop. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Don't let the arms interfere with your breath. It's all about the breath. But if you can keep the arms high, you feel that length. As you lift the elbows, you can feel the heart lift. You can feel the heart opening. This is our movement, okay? Arms are up, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. And the breathe is in through the mouth, out through the nose, long, deep breath. So we're going to be here for a couple minutes. Now, if your arms begin to get tired, again, if you lose the thread to your breath, then you just bring the arms down, reconnect with the breath, and continue. We're just moving here. We're just breathing. We're just being in this place of being aware of our breath. Inhaling through the mouth. Long, deep inhale. Exhaling through the nostrils. Complete exhalation, emptying completely. Find your rhythm. So feel into your breath count. Many of us like to count, keeps us there. So our count was our count. And you have your cadence, that's your count. And then at your counter, just be working to ensure that your inhale and exhale are equal. So the tendency is to extend the exhale, which is great because extending the exhale brings us to a place of centering and lowering. However, we want to balance, so don't want to short shrift the inhale. The inhale brings us to a place of lifting and engaging. So working with yourself, these practices are an opportunity to feel into your own experience, to be in your own tendencies, to understand your own habits, and then to work to determine if they're useful for you, if they serve you, if they're helpful for your mind state regulation. So breathing in and breathing out. And if your arms start to talk to you, refocus on your breath. Remember that strength is breath. One more minute. Very still. Very aware of the breath. Feeling the energy moving directly into the heart space. Centering between the navel and the throat. Enlivening and enlightening and illuminating the core. Full inhale here. Gently retain and lift. Relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin. Everything comes center. And then gently release, bring the hands to the knees. Actually, let your hands drop into your lap. Bring your left palm into your lap. Bring the back of your right hand into your left palm. Let the thumbs touch. And just be very still. Let everything settle, let everything go. Just allow the work to integrate as you settle in. Feel what you feel in terms of a sense of presence, a sense of being, possibility of stillness, the effect of your effort, your awareness, your engagement, your presence. Allow yourself to just move into a space of being, seated rest, possibility of stillness. And as softly and as gently and as quietly as you can, please make your way to your mat on your back. Come lying down for your guided rest. As you make your way to your guided rest, take a moment to avail yourself of any additional supports that you may want for your guided rest. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that will provide you maybe 1% more support in your guided rest. Take a moment to avail yourself of that. And then release into the support of the mat. Feel the full backside of your body supported on the mat. Relax the toes open. Palms up by the hips. Soft spot at the back of your skull. Gently supported by the mat. The whole backside of your body held. Gravity holding you here. Sinking into the support of the mat and gravity. Allowing yourself to just be. Releasing into rest. Resting fully. Allowing the effort and the energy and the effect of the practice to integrate into your being. Our practices and our tools shift us. That is their purpose. That is how we find our own tendencies, our own habits, our own conditioned responses, our own aspects of personality, and how we learn to work with them, to regulate our mind states, and to heal, to recover, to build resilience, to recognize our own gifts, and to be present fully with ourselves in each moment. Allow this next minute or so to be one of freedom, in rest, in silence. And if perchance you find that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to begin to reacclimate to your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rolling your wrists and your ankles. On your next inhale, if you choose to, I invite you to find some additional movement, maybe a long stretch, extending the arms and legs, maybe a little rock side to side, a little bit of awareness of your hip girdle, whatever it is you need to do to bring full awareness of your body back to yourself. And then when you are ready, and only when you are ready, I invite you to gently make your way back to your seated posture, supporting yourself as you do that, reestablishing yourself in your seat, reconnecting with your supports in your seat, lengthening and elongating your spine from your seated posture, bringing your awareness to your breath, and reconnecting with your breath. And as you inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space maybe one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you witness yourself seated in gratitude in your space, I will take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in your witnessing grateful state for as long as you like. And when you do finally rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.